What? There are more than one... There's more than one gender? I'm behind the times. He's back from the time where there was only one gender. Shelly the Killer.
And that gender was Foodie.
It's true. Assigned Foodie at birth.
Hello everyone, we dug Moon out of the trash and brought her back. So here we are, continuing Phoenix Wright, Justice for All.
Let me go back.
Yes, you do trust him.
Mr. Wright, your opinion, please.
The defense requests that we be allowed to further question Mr. the Killer.
Am I hearing you correctly, Mr. Wright?
Right.
But...
I want pizza!
It's true. It's true.
The poor judge has suffered even more than Maya.
Yeah, it's true. Old people need the food, you know? Like, he's just suffering. He's got, like, no energy now. The only thing that was keeping him going was the adrenaline of being afraid of a fucking walkie-talkie.
And it's like... Ford probably used to, using the bathroom at certain times and all of that, and now he's like, I had to hold it.
Yeah, that's even worse. That witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job is done. Don't you know when to end things?
I'm not done yet. To see through this witness's lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor.
No, it isn't!
Nobody pays me, but oh well.
He's a pro bono.
There's still more evidence to look at.
Do you think Larry could have afforded him? Not at all.
And I'm sure that once those pizzas arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur. God, I love Larry.
Larry is such a... He's such a character. A strange little orange character. Very well. The trial will continue, despite all odds. Mr. Edworth, please re-establish connection with Mr. the Killer.
Right away, Your Honor.
The killer's gonna be like, what you want?
Has a verdict been reached?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little more.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need me for?
Well... Actually, would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about? Usually done.
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. Killer, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
Oh, you're such a naive little killer.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead. But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, fifth, sixth, carry the 3. Too many times to count now. However, this time, everything has finally been revealed. Probably. Am I going to find out what the killer's dog looks like this next round?
Just a second, Your Honor.
Oh, here it
Have the
goes.
cat!
Ah! I'm allergic to cats. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright? Am I forgetting how court works suddenly?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness, as if I have a choice here.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case.
Hush, Judge, hush.
If you scrutinize the testimony, then
I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore.
That makes 2 of us.
As I have already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However,
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time. Witness, about requesting a hit.
yes,
How much is your fee?
I see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
Jesus Christ.
Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we can do so after the trial.
No. I'm not thinking of hiring...
Mr. Wright!
Yes?
You want to kill me! You want me dead, don't you?
What? Why would you think something like that,
This is
Your
why
Honor?
you're trying to starve me! Guilty! Mr. Phoenix Wright! You are hereby declared guilty!
Witness, let's continue. Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
One thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the theme of the crime.
I would think that most people wouldn't be able to overlook a person hiring another to kill.
If I had a problem with such a thing, I wouldn't be very effective at my job.
Yeah. Well, a change in occupation might be good for you. Becomes a massage therapist or something.
However, I will say this. Even though I am the one that does the deed, my clients are always the real guilty party.
That goes without saying, Mr. the Killer.
And their fate is to live with the knowledge of their guilt on their shoulders. However, my client this time thought that they could run away from their guilt. My client did it to frame another for the crime.
Are Are you talking about the button and the knife?
Yes, and my business card.
Oh, this card.
So that no one has to waste their time, including the police. I always make it a point to make things as easy as possible.
You try to make things easy.
My business card makes it very easy to identify who carried out the service.
He's pretty devoted to his work.
But to disregard everything, to go and stab the deceased with a knife. And even hide my card from sight. That is something I cannot overlook.
It's really hard to tell if he's being truthful or not without him being here.
While pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene.
So you're saying most clients wouldn't do such a thing?
That is correct. Usually most people try to create an alibi for themselves. If you should use my services, Mr. Attorney, I would suggest you plan for your alibi too. Maybe have dinner with some friends. Oh, the irony.
No. I already told you. I have no intention of ever using your services. Unless, Edward cheats on me, yeah. Why does he keep looking at me like I'm the one on trial here?
Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
From the very beginning?
That is correct. From before my client visited the room. All of my clients know precisely what the situation is at all times.
I wonder if that's really true.
That's odd.
Hmm?
But even more appalling is the creation and planting of the knife and button.
So why do you think your client did that?
What do you mean by why?
Well, fiddling around at the scene of the crime is pretty risky. And why would someone who has requested a murder go to the crime scene anyway?
That is true.
I assume it was probably done to frame Mr. On Guard.
If that's the case, then why didn't the person you do it?
Sadly, that is not possible.
Huh?
My job is to kill, that is all, and to leave my business card behind, naturally. The business card is so my clients may escape blame. To protect them is my duty. Even if they say it's for revenge, setting someone else up to take your fall. That act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
And that's all you have to testify.
Yes, and I pray that I will never be called to the stand again. God.
Again, as in you plan to continue.
I must, as I have yet to find a person to take my place and become the fourth successor. Actually, how would you like a new life, Mr. Attorney?
Oh my god. Excuse me? No, I'm fine, really. I know my spikes are, deadly, but...
Are you really now?
I wonder what kind of man the judge thinks I am now.
A killer, obviously.
What are you going to do now, Phoenix?
Become an assassin, apparently. All I can do now is expose the lies.
That's true. However, you realize that will be very bad for our clients, right?
I'm so confused. But the one thing I know for sure is I can't let this trial end yet.
god, I'm fucking dying. This is terrible.
It's quite an uphill battle. Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude? I will cut you.
Shoot.
Oh god.
I mean, he's lucky he can't see him, but still.
Yeah.
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought Mr. Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
That isn't just a part of Adrian Andrews' but isn't that just a part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
That is not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had this been planned, they would never have left their fingerprints behind.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Strangely enough, I had thought I had no thoughts going through my mind right now. I had the exact same thought just now.
It's getting tongue-tied, like time of night.
Witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It's not a very important point anyway, correct?
I'm afraid you are mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client as you claim, then your client should have the knowledge of Mr. Corrida's death. If not, then that can only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
How strange.
Yes.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Delayed objection. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Oh, sorry.
The judge is like, what kind of fucking crazy upside-down world have I stepped into today? That sounded like an awfully weak objection to me.
Anyway, I am positive there was a contradiction in that testimony. The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time. While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here. I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
This request came to me, about a week ago. It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony. We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters. That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So you physically met your client, huh?
That is correct. Meeting one's client is the first step to building trust, in my opinion.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please.
This request came to me, about a week ago.
1 week ago. Are you sure?
Yes, I am quite sure. I, of course, had my own preparations, and I was barely able to finish. When you request my services, Mr. Attorney, I hope you will keep that in mind.
Holy Christ.
Please, stop.
Eh. In any case, my client this time had a very specific date and time in mind.
A specific date and time.
It was a request for my services on the night of the award ceremony.
Did you ask why on that specific night?
No. I tried to fulfill all the conditions of my client's request. But as for why, I only had my suspicions.
Your suspicions, huh? So, what are these suspicions you had? Why did your client request that night?
I'm sure it was all for the bear.
The bear.
My client spoke of it. I'm sure there will be a bear-shaped figurine in Juan Corrida's room. I would like you to retrieve that item for me.
You must be talking about this bear puzzle.
Inside the figurine was a suicide note. Naturally, the victim brought it with him to his hotel room. He was planning to publicly disclose its contents at the press conference, after all.
That is correct. And if I had not done the job that night, I would not have known where that bear figurine was.
I see.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
What the killer said sounds plausible, but in the end, it's just his conjecture. No, Your Honor, I don't think it's very important.
Well then, witness, please continue.
We met at a certain bar to discuss and finalize a few matters.
So you physically met Adrian Andrews, right?
Of course I did.
What was that? What was with the brief pause? Witness, I would like for you to give us a few more details.
I always meet my clients as a matter of principle. I have never taken a request by telephone or mail, except for maybe yours.
And why is that?
That's because I value the trust between a client and myself above all else. And the only way to establish that is to speak to the client by looking them in the eye.
Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Of course, it was very important, Your Honor. If Mr. De Killer had met his client before the murder, then it's unlikely he is mistaken.
So you're saying that his client really was Adrian Andrew?
I guess so.
You see, it was just as I said.
I'm so lost. Who the heck am I supposed to be helping here?
Calm down, Phoenix. Think carefully and relax.
Now then, would the witness please continue?
That is what occurred. I trust my memory, and I believe I have made no mistakes.
So your client was Adrian Andrews. God, we've said that how many times now?
That is correct. You have said it. Times.
Well, he says the two of them met. But if they did, then there shouldn't be anything wrong with the killer's testimony. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything strange this time around.
You have to draw out more information from him, but you can't draw his suspicion. If you can do that, you should be able to find a flaw in his testimony somewhere.
Talk about a delicate balance. Did you ask why? Okay. The testimony just now has made one thing clear, and that is, the client knew the secret of the bear figurine. Huh? Why is everyone so quiet?
Mr. Wright, I think all of us already knew that.
Oh, really?
Witness, please continue with your testimony. Read it again?
Maybe. I hate when they make you do it twice.
Yeah. Huh. Oh jeez. We're missing something. Do we just
I don't think we can present yet.
Yeah.
There must be one we have to press again, I just don't remember which one. Maybe that one.
I know there was like, I think there's one where first you have to let it go, then later press it.
Maybe you have to say something's not important. Oh, maybe it's this. Why he meets his clients is not important, and that wasn't the point. Witness, please stop sidestepping my questions.
What do you mean by that?
My question was, did you really meet Adrian Andrews in person?
I have already told you, Mr. Wright, I did. It was only through talking with him face to face that I began to trust him. That's when I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
Judge, how did you not notice? It's true that what they say about talking face to face. Well, Mr. Wright, was the testimony just now of any importance?
Ooh yeah. If I heard what I think I heard just now, then I think I've got him. Your Honor, I believe the testimony just now was of the utmost importance.
Huh? Really?
If that's the case. Witness, please include the statements just now in your testimony.
Very well. I heard that burp, Edgeworth. From the moment I saw him, I thought, I can trust this person as a client.
Yes.
I would like to go over this one more time. You met Adrian Andrews at a bar and took the request at that time.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's when you thought he was trustworthy.
How many times must I repeat myself? Yes, that is correct.
I'm sorry, but that is an impossible tale.
What?
Shelly the Killer. You have never met the real Adrian Andrews.
Startled noise. Why would you say that?
Because you made one very big slip-up. About her. You assumed her gender.
Dun 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 dun.
So what is the issue? Wait, did you just say, what did you just say now? About her?
If you had ever met Adrian Andrews in person, one look would have told you that she is a woman. A fine woman.
Oh!
Oh my god! It just cracks apart. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright! What is the meaning of this? What do you fucking mean the meaning of this? Are you just fucking... You call her a pretty lady!
He's delirious from hunger. Leave him alone.
This witness testified to the following: that he always meets face to face with his clients when taking their requests.
But he has never met Adrian Andrews in person.
Yes, Your Honor, that is exactly the point. That means Mr. the Killer's client could not have been Miss Adrian Andrews.
Oh, gross. Mr. Edgeworth, I understand your logic on this one. However, why would the assassin make such a basic mistake?
I believe it has to do with her name, Your Honor.
Her name?
Yes, Adrian Andrews is without a doubt a very androgynous name.
Yes, I see.
And luckily for Mr. the Killer, the entire time he was on the stand, no one had stated Adrian Andrews' gender. And so he simply picked the wrong gender to go with.
What? There are more than one... There's more than one gender? I'm behind the times. He's back from the time where there was only one gender. Shelly the Killer.
And that gender was foodie.
It's true. I signed foodie at birth. This court demands an explanation.
I think somehow I must have mixed up this client with another.
So does that mean you remember something different now?
Yes, of course. Please, if you would allow me to testify once more.
I know, he's just going to spit out more lies.
Very well, but this time please give us the truth and nothing but the truth. I don't know why I have to trust you on this, but it's a video game.
Yes, now I remember I took that request by mail. There have been times when I took a job without having met my client. The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things. When I saw the name at the end of the letter, I thought my client to be a man.
So you took this job through a letter.
He didn't mention anything about a letter in his earlier testimony,
I'm physically going to expire.
which means he's definitely lying.
Be careful, Phoenix. If you break the assassin's testimony completely, it's over for us.
I know. I can't make him suspicious, but I think we're okay. Like, we can do this. As long as he's standing there across from me.
That's Phoenix.
Hella gay!
That's the gayest shit. What the fuck? I'm overcome with this just absolute gay that is happening.
It's so beautiful. I love it. No matter how strong of a punch I throw, he'll counter it.
Now then, let's begin the cross-examination. Maybe I can get to dinner.
Just hold on till dessert.
Oh god.
Yes, now I remember. I took that request by mail.
But didn't you just say that you always meet your clients?
Yes, I suppose I did say that. However, there are some clients for whom a meeting is simply not possible.
But didn't you meet your client this time?
No, I did not.
Oh, now, let's stop with this game of cat and mouse.
Using your silkiest voice is not going to work on me.
Alright then, just cough it up and confess. Where's the cough-up queen?
Oh my god. No, not her. Anybody but her. Mr. Wright, you can't badger a witness with such harsh words, even if he is a confirmed murderer. You're a lawyer, so behave like one, and present evidence instead of mindlessly yelling. Now then, do you have any proof that Mr. DeKiller met with his client?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I don't have any proof.
I see. Then your line of questioning it was just another waste of time, as usual.
Sadly for us, Your Honor, that is the nature of right and wrong.
Are you serious right now?
There have been times when I took a job without having met my client.
Then why could you not meet certain clients?
Recently, I have been receiving more requests. If I met each and every client, I would lose some nice business opportunities.
Nice. Business opportunities.
On top of which, the times have changed. It is now the age of information and computers, correct?
What's a computer?
You are a computer.
Oh my god.
Well, I have joined the times and now take requests via electronic email.
Electronic email? Do you have to mail that in a special insulated envelope?
I am very sorry. I despise the shortening of words. What I meant by electronic email is simply commonly referred to as email.
Email?
In a contest of mimicry, the judge would beat a parrot hands down.
Anyway, so you took this job without having met your client, and...
The request was for the murder of Juan Corrida and 2 or 3 other small things.
2 or 3 other things.
Yes,
And what were those other things?
a few other things that have nothing to do with this case.
What should I do? Should I let him slide with that? It'd be really bad if I push his buttons the wrong way and he gets mad. Whether or not they're related to this case is for the court to decide.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
everything I have said from the beginning has been nothing but beneficial to your client. Which is why I wonder what is pushing you to continue with this cross-examination.
Uh-oh.
Could it be that you are planning to betray your own client?
Damn, that radio is really connected to him. That's...
I smell the stench of a backstabber. And should you turn out to be one, I will come for you next.
Wait! Uh-oh, this is looking really bad. I shouldn't press my luck. Alright, I have to think. Is this worth pursuing? Witness, this is a very important matter. Please cooperate and tell us what these other jobs your client requested were.
If it's truly that important, I suppose I don't have much of a choice.
I'm surprised he hasn't hung up at this point.
The bear figurine.
The bear figurine.
After the assassination of the target, I was to find that figurine. I was told that this job was just as important as the actual killing.
And where was that figurine?
It was inside Mr. Corrida's suitcase.
And then, what did you do next?
I handed it over to my client right away.
You gave it to your client. Interesting.
This information certainly sounds important to me. Witness, please include what you just said in your testimony.
As you wish. One of these was to find the bear figurine and give it to Adrian Andrews.
I found this figurine at Mr. Angard's mansion. If you gave it to Miss Andrews, then what was it doing there?
I was waiting for her there. That was also part of the plan to frame Mr. Angard, I'm sure.
That makes a lot of sense. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any problems with this piece of testimony?
So the killer says he gave the figurine to Miss Andrews. But I know somewhere in that statement there is a contradiction. And yet, I know that if I present something trivial here...
He will cut the connection on his end. If you want to make a strong point, Phoenix, you have to present strong evidence.
She's right. So now what, Dr. Wright? Dr. Wright, what? Witness, let's go over this one more time. You gave Miss Andrews the bear figurine. And she told you to take the bear and wait for her at On Guard Mansion. Is that correct?
Yes, where are you going with this?
Well, I think maybe you might have remembered a few things incorrectly.
What?
This is a battle of wits. I can't let up on him. I don't think it is possible for Miss Andrews to have been the recipient of this bear. Shelly the killer. If you had really given the bear to Miss Andrews, then this item should not have been inside it.
This item?
I see where you're going.
Yep, that's where I'm going.
Where is everyone going? Do I need to pack a suitcase? Is it a field trip?
Your Honor, we're going to Hawaii. Please think back to Miss Andrews' testimony.
And I was going to burn it, for her sake.
even for a single minute. This bear had actually been in Miss Andrews' hands. I'm sure she would have taken the suicide note out and burned it.
Order, order, order! So, that's where, what? Huh? Who? How?
So by the very fact that the suicide note was still inside the bear, tells us that your client didn't know how to disassemble the puzzle.
Which means...
It means, Your Honor, that it is impossible for Adrian Andrews to be the client.
Together, we'll bring order to this world. All pollution, everything that's unfair, humiliating, unpleasant will be purified. All the dirty colors will be cleansed. We will become pure white. We will become happy. I don't take his hand. His eyes widen. I feel a growing lump in my throat. It's impossible to speak.
I thought you'd understand.
See, please listen. Even if you're scared of this world, even if you hate it, even if it disgusts you, a deep breath. I want you to live. It's barely a whisper. The words reach his ears. As his breathing becomes erratic, his knees give in. It's a panic attack. And I watch him break down in front of me.